we really didn't talk about last year in Game 2 and what happened, but you know, I thought about it. You know, individually, I'm sure Chris thought about it. You know, so it was important for us to come out, and I think it was our defensive effort. We preach and we talk about it. That's where it's going to end up at, and that's what we need to do in order to advance and give ourselves a chance, and we've done that.
Ricky was just in here saying that you guys set the tone with those first 3-4 possessions on the defensive end. Is that just show the focus of this group right now?
Yeah, we're locked in. I mean, I think some of the things that you know, we didn't do well in Game 2 is we didn't take care of the basketball. You know, and we had 18 turnovers. Like, that's way too many. Like I said in on-court interview, you know, we can't have 18 turnovers on the road. No, they capitalize, especially at home, with threes and layups. So we got to take care of the basketball, get good shots, and that allows our defense to get back and set up.
Mr. Harden, what does it feel like to see a guy like PJ Tucker get going? He's had a really good games the last 2 games, and I know that you get yourself going offensively, but to see him get going, how does that make you feel?
Well, I mean, we have confidence in each and every individual. And so you know, there's times where PJ's not hitting and not making shots, but he hangs his head on the defensive end, you know, so he's never having a bad game. And those shots that he's knocking down is just how they're guarding us, you know. So if they're going to keep guarding us like that, our guys are going to get open shots, and you know, you just got to keep telling them, you know, be ready, make sure your feet ready, and as soon as that ball touches your hand, put it up. I don't care if you make 10 or miss 10. You know, those are good shots. Those are shots that we preach and we want. So, you know, him, Eric, D-House, all those guys, Austin, those guys are being aggressive.
James, you've heard the MVP chants for years, but in a game like that, when you're playing that well and the team's playing that well, and the crowd's that into it, as simple as it is, does that get you going? Does that drive you, inspire you a little
I'm
more?
already, like, something that anybody can say to get me going. Like, I'm already going. I've been going like this for the last 5 years, and no, those chants are just they're pretty normal. So I focus on like in game and what I need to do, and worried about being the best player on the court every night.
James, Ricky also talked about how the Utah Jazz, they just haven't been playing with a lot of confidence. I got to think that some of that has to do with how big these wins have been, that they've both been blowouts. How does it feel essentially that, yeah, you guys are very confident, but you've also taken away some of the confidence of the opposition?
That's what you hope for in the postseason. You know, obviously they have a different kind of swag at home though. So our swag, our confidence is where it needs to be. We just need to bring that to the road. And we all know how tough it is to win in Utah, but we've done it last year, and I think we're focused and we're on another level to where defensively we're engaged. You know, and I mean, they didn't shoot the ball well from 3 tonight, but you know, they'll make some of those at home. You know, we just can't let their runs distract us on what our overall goal is.
James, I noticed your necklace, and I was wondering why is it important for you to continue to have people remember Nipsey and kind of what he meant to you?
I mean, that name will never die. Like, people remember him. I'm just here because he's one of my close friends, and like this journey that I'm on is for him. I mean, it's plain and simple. Like that name, Nip, everybody knows that name now. So I'm just another person that's just, you know, hoping that name live on, or helping that name live on.
James, you talked all season about wanting to peak for the playoffs. How close are you guys to playing at that level that you wanted, that you hoped for?
We're almost there. I mean, give a good team in the Jazz, hold them under 100 points, 2 games in a row. The series starts now. Now we go on the road, and we have to keep that same energy, especially on the defensive end. Offense, I'm not worried about. We've been a great offensive team all year, but defensively, I think we're locked in. And when I say, you know, where we want to be is because of our defense. Like, we guard like that, and we get into their bodies and rebound the basketball and push the tempo in transition. It's pretty hard to beat us.
Clinton was huge for you guys defensively. This is his 3rd or 4th playoffs. You've been with him this entire time. How has it been watching his growth as a player?
He listens and he works his butt off. I mean, what he had, 7 points tonight, but he So he brings, a different dynamic to our team. And, I mean, obviously his shot blocking at the rim, his rebounding, but the way he guards on the wing, like he's out there guarding, Donovan and Joe Ingles and Rubio, like he's guarding those guys, and it helps our team. Like if your center's out there guarding those wings, he has to have trust in us that we're there to have his back, just like he has ours. So, he's more confident than ever, and it's showing. Like he's not worried about scoring; he's worried about impacting the game in other ways.
Yeah, James, you said earlier that you guys didn't even talk about what happened last year with them in Game 2. Is that a sign of the maturity of this team
Growth.
that you don't even have to have that conversation?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and then the only thing we talk about is like coming out and being aggressive, especially for the other guys like D-House and Austin and Kenneth, like making sure that the guys that check in are on the same page we're on. Because that first unit we're locked in, and those guys did an unbelievable job. As soon as they checked in, the defense was there, offense was there, and there was no drop off. And it's been like that the entire year.
James, you touched on this a second ago, but you know how good Donovan is. Can you speak to how well Eric and Austin have done a job defending him thus far in this series?
Unbelievable. Those guys on the ball defense is definitely one of the best in the league. And then obviously you got rim protection from the weak side and things like Donovan's a great player. So it's not going to be one guy that guards him. It's a five guys. It's a team effort. So when we're making them draw, we have to make sure we have weak side help there and our rotations are where they need to be. And so, like I said, he's going to be more aggressive. He was more aggressive tonight. He's going to be more aggressive at home. And as long as we can have that mindset of being in him, being aggressive with him, making him take tough contested shots, we'll live with the results. Thank you. Thanks.